This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Hi, I'm Niamh Kavanagh.
And I'm Gearóid.
And you're listening to Agony Rants. Got to do it a bit different there.
That was lovely.
I know, I tried.
It was lovely, yeah.
I try.
Yeah, you really leaned into the timbre of your voice there.
Thank you. I'm trying to use the whole tone.
Welcome, listener.
I know.
Welcome on this wonderful Monday morning. We are here to brighten up your day, cheer you up, heal your life, fix your world, solve problems, and rant. To say, I'm furious, Niamh.
Oh, I love it.
To say, I'm furious.
No, I can't tell you how happy I am. I mean, I'm not happy for the events that happen in your life to get you there, but there's nothing more exciting and lovely for me, and I suppose consoling, that you get to the level of rage that you do about things.
I hate the world.
Oh.
Right? I swear to God, I want everyone dead at this point. I'm sick of it now. I want Donald Trump to just press the button now and just do it.
Okay, you think that's what's
sick of us.
Is that where it's going?
Okay.
Go on then.
Yesterday,
okay,
I was coming home and I thought, Gearóid, I'm going to buy you a treat, Gearóid. Right?
A treat?
I was in Dunn's.
What kind of treat?
And I saw a terrarium. I thought I've always wanted a terrarium.
Is there a terrarium in Dunn's?
They sell Dunn's. Yeah, Dermot Gavin.
Oh.
Now, I was pretty certain
Dermot, now,
that they were mispriced.
Okay.
So you know when you see
As
something
in too cheap or too?
Yeah, far too cheap.
Okay.
I was like, will we be buying this now? Will we be buying this?
Okay.
As long as it's marked. They're the ones that I saw for like €95, €55.
Stop it.
It's like, thank you very much.
Were they on
Take
sale?
me money. No. The little ones were €55 and then the big ones were €55.
So somebody's getting sacked today.
So someone's getting sacked.
Right, okay.
Not my problem.
No.
I brought it straight up to the pack and scan because I didn't want to look somebody in the eye when I was fleecing the place.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was a bit of an ordeal to try and scan it because I had,
Was this big?
the plant kept
Okay.
popping over. You just put it outside. And not important.
Okay.
So bought myself a €55 terrarium and I thought, you know what, the universe has been good to me. This landed in my lap. I felt great about myself. And I thought, you know what, Gearóid? It's been a rough week.
Yeah.
Because I've been rehearsing a lot.
Okay.
I was knackered. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go for a foot massage. Because my feet were absolutely killing me, right?
Why?
Because I've been dancing like an absolute lunatic.
Do you know what I really love about this, right? Every time, I'm not to derail your story, but you keep telling me I need to be doing this. And yet all you tell me is that your feet are killing you, your legs are killing you, you're bruised everywhere. You're not selling it to me. I'm just going to tell you that now.
Okay. Well,
okay.
It's hard work, Niamh, I will say that.
So let's go back. We're going for the foot massage.
So I said I'm going to go for a foot massage. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So I looked up where I can get a foot massage.
Like with the terrarium?
Yeah, well, I bought that. That was my present.
I know, but was it big? Did you have to carry it?
It was massive. But I put it in my car.
Okay, so you went back to your car.
Went back to the car, put it in the car.
Okay.
And then I was like, okay, I'm going to drive. And there was a place. I was like, okay, grand. Drove to it.
Okay.
Now, at the moment, because I'm a bit tired, I'm ever so slightly disorganised. Right?
You?
Now, in my car, I always have like a pot of change.
Okay.
For when you can't, for when you need to pay for parking.
Yeah.
So there was like £6 and I put it in my pocket. Right? And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to put that terrarium in the boot now. Because that's just the sort of thing that some scumbag would break a window for. Right?
Okay, go on.
So I put it in the boot and then I was like, okay, I'll park. And I went and I just completely forgot.
To park.
That I had put the money in my pocket. Right? And then I went back to the change jar in the car and I was like, oh God, I thought there was more money in there. Oh well, there was €2. Completely forgot about the €6 in my pocket, right?
Mm-hmm.
Took the €2, went, paid for parking. It was an hour. The foot massage was 45 minutes.
Okay. Had you booked in?
I booked in.
Okay, so yeah.
It was all good. I was like, we're golden here.
Okay.
We're absolutely grand.
Okay.
Put it in for 45 minutes. Or for an hour on the parking meter.
Mm-hmm.
Went into the foot massage now, Niamh.
Was it amazing?
No.
Oh.
We've talked about this before. These treatments, they're just not for me. They're just not like...
What?
Like, she was washing my feet like it was Jesus. Like...
Well, of course she's washing your feet. She's not going to do it without washing your feet.
But it's the most ridiculous thing in the world. And then she was like just talking about like comedy and Anyway, the whole thing ran on and on and on.
She had you.
Right?
Right.
Went out, clamped.
Were you late?
Niamh.
How late were you? Come on.
About 45 minutes.
Oh
Now,
my God.
It was my own fault. It was my own fault.
Which annoys you even more because
Yeah.
you know.
I
And
was
what's worse,
so
you had the
annoyed.
€2 in your pocket.
I forgot about that. I completely forgot I had the coins in my pocket until this morning.
Oh.
And I woke up and I put my tracksuit bottoms on. I was like, oh my God, there's the €6.
And you didn't feel them in your tracksuit
I just
bottoms.
never felt,
I could understand in jeans, but not tracksuit.
Niamh. €125 for the clamp.
Well, that's God punishing you for getting that person sacked in Duns.
I know. I think that I genuinely think it was karma.
I think it might have been.
I was disgusted. And when they came to release the clamp, I was so annoyed because I had to wait for 2 hours.
Oh no!
2 hours.
Did you have to pay for that
sitting in the
parking?
car. I had to pay. No, I got that for free.
See?
But €125.
So really only
So
119
your man arrived,
because you take the €6 off for the 3 hours you're.
but like your man arrived to take the clamp off. I couldn't even look at him.
You know what you
He was
need-
rapping on the window and everything. I was like, just take the clamp off. I'm not turning around.
Not even looking at you.
I was just so annoyed. I've never been so annoyed.
I don't need a lecture as well.
I know. I was like, you could just get, I'm not even looking at you. Not turning around. Just consider me dead.
I would say he gets a lot of that treatment.
Yeah.
Or
Like,
else he's getting
yeah.
bashed.
I was just like, never. No way. No. I was just like, I can't do this. I can't.
Oh,
You know when
God.
something's just beyond your capabilities?
I know.
Like there is no world where I could have got out of that car and made pleasant conversation. Like that's just not possible.
I know.
I was too annoyed.
I know. And the worst part is you know that there's no one to blame but you.
Oh, I was 100% like there's everyone in this situation behaved impeccably except me. Everyone. I got 45 minutes extra of a foot massage.
I know. That's
Like,
so...
I mean, everybody did everything.
You got a
like,
cheaper terranium. You got a...
like everything went brilliant. Everything. Was 100% wrong. I accept full responsibility. I deserved everything I got.
And still
But I was
raging.
boiling with rage. I came home and my boyfriend was like, where were you? You were so late. I was like, don't even ask.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
But I've lovely feet.
I hate myself.
Touch me feet. They're lovely and soft.
Oh my God. I was so annoyed.
So why did you go for a foot massage when it's not your thing?
And it's the stupidest thing. I know it's the most ridiculous, stupid thing I've ever done. €65? No, actually, no. It wasn't €65. It was like
180.
€180, €190 it cost me. There I was, thought I was being extravagant getting a cut price terrarium.
Oh God, help us. Do you need me to come and mind you?
I was in a very dark place.
I know.
I had to go home and take 2 Solpadeine and get into the bath. And they were recreational Solpadeine.
I know. That wasn't even. It was just please let me go to bed now. Oh, I know there's
I was
nothing
like,
worse.
I just need to Whitney Houston out here. I'm just like, I can't. This is life. It's too hard.
I
It's
can't
too
believe
hard.
you said
Niamh.
that. It's horrible. Oh my God. I know it's an awful hard thing actually because cars are so messy.
It was awful.
But parking, and now you're after putting the fear on me. Now I'm thinking, how long did I park outside?
I know, yeah.
Did we check our parking?
Yeah, I parked for 3 hours. We're grand.
I did too.
Niamh, we've follow-ups. Well, actually, how's your week been?
Yeah, clearly not important.
No, not very. But...
I mean, nothing big happened. I mean, I turned 57.
I
know. This is where you say.
Did you have a nice birthday?
No, this is where you say.
Happy birthday?
No.
You don't look 57.
There
Yeah,
you
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you. I mean,
Yeah, you
obviously,
look
currently I don't look 57 because I'm not yet 57.
No, you look 40. You do,
That's a
Niamh.
stretch now.
No, you could pass for 40, maybe 42.
I'll take 42. In 42,
Yeah.
I was in Norway singing.
You could pass for 40 if you look like somebody that is 40
But
who
lived a
did
bit.
a lot of drugs in their 30s.
Lived a bit of a life.
Bit of a life, Niamh. Bit of a life. Maybe homeless for a couple of years.
Lived out of our car. Yeah, I don't know. It's so funny because 57 now feels like it's, I'm already thinking of rounding up to the 60.
You're an advertisement for it, Niamh.
For what? For getting
For
old?
57. Like, I mean, you don't look your age. Like,
I know.
like 60's the new 50. Do you know? Like,
Yeah, but
you're knocking years off what you are.
I know. But here's the problem I have, right? The thing about it is I feel very strongly about the fact that I'm coming up to 60 and I'm really feeling it now. I'm feeling parts of it. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I going to do with that? What am I, like, do I need to be 60? It's not a thing, is it?
You're going to kill yourself?
No.
What are we saying here? Is this a suicide pact?
No, it's not. It's not even about that. But it kind of feels surreal to be saying that I'm going to be 60 in a couple. I know it's 3 years.
Going to be 60.
I mean, a lot will happen in 3 years. And if what you say is true, then there won't even be a world. But like if Trump does it. But do you know what I mean? It's weird. Like it's all right for you. You're not coming up to 50 yet, but it's looming over the horizon. I'm not going to.
But like, here's the thing. It comes to us all.
I know.
It's not very nice when it happens.
I know.
But like Well,
it's funny. I never mind getting older. I don't. And actually, it's not that I'm looking at 60 and going, I'm going to be old. But 60, I remember singing with Ronnie Drew years ago, right? And he was 60, right? And I remember thinking, Jesus, Ronnie's doing well for 60 because I was in my 20s. And then my dad turned 60 and I realised Ronnie looked shit because he was like, absolutely destroyed. but 60 for me was an old person and now I'm nearly 60. Do you know what I mean? Now I love Ronnie Drew, and
this took a while.
But you know what I'm saying? I'm now approaching a thing that is, I'm perfectly fine with the fact that, before I turn 60, my husband is going to be 70 and I don't know how I feel about that. My husband's going to be 70 by the time I hit 60. Like there's a whole notion of things in there. That feels like I should be doing some sort of, building a home somewhere specifically for us.
No, not at all.
I know.
You see, the thing about it is, medicine has advanced so much more than when you were in your 20s.
What are you saying? He's saying
I'm
medically. There's nothing medically enhancing about what I, unless you're.
No, but like middle age is just getting longer and longer.
Well, for some. I mean, I have a friend, right? And she used to work in the care of the elderly, right? So, she was a nurse, right? And so she says that actually the older you get, you need a little something on your bones because otherwise you do look like 106. And fortunately, I clearly have plenty on my bones currently, but I wonder will I have it when I'm 60. I don't know. It's a weird thing. I just know, even though I'm 57, I'm thinking 60 is not that far away now.
No, it's not.
And it's weird. I don't think I've ever really been that affected by a birthday before, but I'm kind of looking at it thinking, should I think about that?
No, you shouldn't. Now is time to stop thinking about that.
Okay.
I don't think it serves any purpose. Niamh, I'm on tour.
Are you?
We are on tour. Well, I'm on the road.
I didn't know.
I'm out. Gearóid rage.
Gearóid of the rage. Have you come to terms with it?
Yeah, it's going well. I've got loads of shows. We're booked up until July, and I'll be all around the country until July, and then I'll be going on tour in the UK. And if you would like to get tickets, you can do so by going to gearóidvarley.com or going through the link on my Instagram bio. We are pausing for a moment to remind you that Agony Rants is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network. If you would like to support the show, you can do so for as little as €5 a month. And in return for that, you will get bonus content from us and bonus content from all of the other shows on the Head Stuff Podcast Network, including the show that we are cross-promoting today. Niamh, do you know what it is?
No.
They don't tell us anymore. They don't tell us. They don't need our endorsement. Why? Because all the shows are brilliant. Niamh, we have follow-ups.
We do.
Do you want to read a follow-up?
Okay. I'll read the first one.
The first one, yeah. Follow-up one.
Hi, Gearóid and Niamh. Big fan of the podcast, having found it around 6 months ago and quickly caught up on all the episodes I've missed. I really love that people go back. Do you know what I mean? Go through them. It's really nice. I'm now a regular listener. I drive a lot for work. Occupational therapist working in the community. Well, that's perfect. And it's perfect listen for a long drive. If you can make the episodes longer or do one a day, that'd be great. Because we have nothing else to do. I know. Your completely opposite opinions on most problems always make me laugh. I usually agree wholeheartedly with both of you. Is that normal? I don't
Well
know.
done.
Well done. All done. Other than sharing some compliments, which I know you love to hear, I'm mostly emailing to say that I was so excited to hear Gearóid was back on tour and that I'm coming to Belfast to see you in February.
Oh, wow.
Even though I live over the water in the Wirral. Hopefully I'll see you too, Niamh. Isn't that hilarious? Because she'll have just
Wow.
saw you last Saturday.
Oh, yes.
Because we're recording this
We're recording
before.
this in advance. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm not going to surprise it for you. You'll know the answer to that when we're listening to this. I married my partner of 9 years at the end of November, and we are bringing our 2 friends with us for the weekend. Our first Valentine's Day as a married couple is a group trip to Belfast to see you, Gearóid. No pressure.
Ooh.
I know. I think there'll be podcast converts afterwards. Wish I had a problem to get your opinion on, but I'm sure I'll find a good reason to email in at some point. Can't wait for the show.
Oh, amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh, that's lovely.
I mean, if she's
we probably
recently,
will have met you.
Yeah. And to be fair, she's recently married, which means it won't be long before she's writing into the show.
Exactly. Give it a year. We've another follow-up here, and it says, Hi, Gearóid and Niamh, just listened to the Postman Vintage Rants.
Oh.
And you were asking if the milkman still exists. And yes, it does.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, mymilkman.ie, and they deliver loads, soups.
They deliver loads. They deliver loads. That's a very Irish thing to say.
And they do.
Okay, deliver loads. So the examples are
Soups, cheese, yogurts, and alternative milks. It's dead handy. A friend of ours got our WhatsApp group back into using the milkman, and the delivery charge discrepancy between Dundrum, Clontarf and Glasnevin is scandalous. Also, no chance of riding the milkman anymore, as they deliver in the dead of night, like at 2 or 3 a.m, confirmed by the Ring doorbell. Unless you were coming home from a night out.
or very determined.
Just sit up and wait.
Yeah.
Keep podcasting. It makes Monday and every second Thursday's commute to work more bearable. Oh, thank you so much, Aaron.
And you know what, Aaron? That means you're a subscriber, which we really do appreciate. Thank you so much.
Oh, yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's worth remembering that milkmen deliver loads. That's what I gleaned from that. If you're looking for loads, ask your milkman.
Oh, you're so funny. My God, that's just wrong.
We have problems now. We have 3 problems to get through in this episode.
Yeah, well, it'll be fast and furious. I think it's the best way.
So, I have a friend who sort of lost the plot during COVID. Anti-vaxxer, fuck Trudeau crap, conspiracy theory type stuff. Anyway, I stopped talking to her because it just wasn't good for my soul. My question is, do I simply never talk to her again? We knew each other for 30 years. Or do I figure out some way to reach out and salvage a friendship? Literally asking for a friend. Jan. Now, this person's Canadian. That's where that comes into. So it's like somebody went a bit conspiracy theorist.
Okay. Well, COVID did. A lot of people have been split about that situation.
Yeah, anti-vax, anti-government, all this sort of stuff. I think this is a very sad one, right? Because I do think with a lot of that stuff, people kind of get suckered into it in a way that...
Well, it's very divisive, isn't it?
It's divisive,
yeah.
But it's designed to divide.
Yeah.
All of this stuff.
Yeah.
And it's also designed to... People get very impassioned about it. My experience of this is I do have somebody who is very on that side of things, who I was very good friends with. And I just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
They do bring it up from time to time, but I just kind of like, okay, grand, move on. I'm not interested.
Well,
and I make it clear I'm not. I will talk to any of my friends about absolutely anything.
Yeah.
But I have a very clear boundary with that stuff.
Yeah, because you got it.
I'm not because I also feel entertaining it is perpetuating the damage.
It is, yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm not being complicit in that. So they just know, this person just knows. I think, I don't know if they know or not, to be honest, but I shut it down. Maybe I appear rude sometimes, but yeah, it's the stuff that really does affect.
No, it is tough. And I tell you why, because actually, to be honest with you, if you are talking to someone right? If you're talking to someone and they're not, ideologically the same as you, right? So they can't agree. You don't necessarily have to agree on everything in friendships.
I think difference of opinion is fine.
But if they're trying to convert you to it all the time, then that's difficult.
Yeah.
So a bit like yourself, sometimes what I would say is we're not going to agree on that, so that's okay.
And that's
so if for the sake
grand.
of our friendship, we're not going to discuss that.
Yeah, I mean, and it's also you can have it like you can have differing opinions with friends, and that's fine. I mean, that's just life. But the problem with this is it's so many disparate opinions. Like it's loads of different opinions, and it's all antagonistic, and it's all.
Well, there's a certain level of passion involved in it if you're one side or the other. That's the problem.
And also it is designed to isolate and to
yes, you're right.
To divide.
Right. Yeah,
it's part of a broader divide and conquer theory, and it's sad, but to my mind, I think with a 30-year friendship, I think it has changed. Something like that changes your friendship. But I think you can limit your exposure to the person.
Mm-hmm. Well, I get what you're saying, and largely I would agree with that. However, this person is already not speaking to their friend for a few years, I would say, by the looks of this, for a considerable time. If it's happened during COVID, it depends on how long you're not speaking to them. And then you have to be brutally honest, because sometimes you have your friends for a very, very long time, right? And you don't know why you're friends with them sometimes. You know what I mean?
I know, yeah, of course.
And I'm a little afraid to say that because I know some of my friends will be having this conversation with me after this. They'll be coming to me saying, "Do you mean me?" No, I don't mean that.
But
what I'm saying is,
but we are friends.
Sometimes you're in a habit of a friendship with someone, and because you've been friends a long time, you stay in that friendship, right? And then when you realise that you're in such a different space, and then you look at them and you don't want to talk to them, now you've got to ask yourself the question, is my life better not speaking to this person?
Yeah.
And as difficult, I don't care how long you've been friends with someone, if you are not bringing good to your life, then you have to really ask yourself why that's happening. And can you change it? And if you can't change it, because if this person is very ardent about her opinion or their opinion, they will absolutely not let that go. But it depends on how much they want to be your friend. You've got to be brutally honest about it.
And it also depends on sometimes people, when they see that happening to somebody, there is a feeling that if you keep the lines of communication open and that if you are a friend to them, that you'll pull them out of it.
Yeah, but
you kind of have to.
Is that your job?
Self-preservation first. It's not your job when somebody's an adult.
It's not. And at the end of the day, they're probably hoping they're going to pull you out of it. And so is that really going to be productive? But if you were having those conversations very occasionally and you say, listen, we're not going to agree with that, so let's move on, and you were having other fun, fine. But the chances are that's not what's happening.
Yeah.
And
things run their course. I know that's kind of sad to say, but friendships
sometimes
do run their course. And it's not necessarily that you then go out of each other's lives. Even if you are the best of friends with no conflict.
No, and you don't wish any ill on them
2 or 3 times, and then maybe you might not see them for a few months. It's...
Yeah. I know.
It's adult relationships change so much. And I think with a situation like this, you're right. You have to just go and say, what am I getting out of this? What am I putting into it?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this very crude cost-benefit analysis of whether this friendship's worthwhile.
Well, I think
that's a hard thing to do.
I think instead of asking, do you figure out some way to reach out and try and salvage a friendship, what you'd say to yourself, and this is a question you have to answer, do you want to salvage this friendship? Because if you do, then the answer is yes, you do reach out.
But sometimes
but you have to accept
that you want to salvage is not the friendship that
you have.
There. It's the one that you had with them 10 years ago.
Yes. And the reality is that that's life.
Yeah.
And it's heartbreaking. But I know for a fact that you'll have lots of other friends.
Yeah.
So, that's not the problem. But you have to think about it yourself. Don't think, I've had 30 years invested in this, I have to stay here. Right? That's not necessarily true. And, but it is a good question to ask whether you want to salvage it and whether you can. But I mean, it's a brutal conversation.
Yeah, it is.
Either
It's
way.
a very hard conversation. I think with that stuff, what you've said here is I stopped talking to her because it wasn't good for my soul.
But the question is, did she notice you stopped talking to her? Was she hurt by that? Has she reached out in any way?
And are you now in a place where you can actually put up with that? Because if it wasn't good for your soul then, it's not good for your soul now.
Nothing's going to be better. And she's going to bring it up to you. Yeah. Honestly, you need to ask yourself, do you want to? And not because you've been friends for 30 years. That's not a good enough reason. I don't care what anybody says. It's not a good enough reason. The good enough reason is, do I miss this person in my life?
Yeah.
And if the answer is yes, then you have to be brutally honest and say, look, if we're going to be friends, we can't talk about this.
Yeah.
And if it's too big a part of her life, then it's just not going to work.
And that can be fair enough. Like, I think that I think that's a reasonable conversation. And I think that she may want that too.
And she might.
Because sometimes people with that stuff, they get so committed to it, they back themselves into a corner.
Yeah.
And she may want that reprieve. And you can talk to her and say, look, I'd like to salvage our friendship, but this is always going to be a sticking point, and I just don't think it's right that I should have to put up with it. So if you are,
or that you should have to put up my stance, because because it's not our opinion doesn't mean it's not the right one. We all have our opinions about it, and she's going to believe that she's in the right, and you're believing that you're in the right. It doesn't matter who's in the right here. It's down to whether you want the friendship more than you want to be right.
Exactly.
So that's the only thing I would say in that. I'm sorry, this is very serious. It's not like us.
No, but I think it's
a valid conversation.
It's something that a lot of people are struggling with, because I think that a lot of that stuff is getting bigger and bigger, and it's
it is a real problem. And the difficulty is that there's been quite a lot of divisive things happening in general, but it's inevitable considering the craziness that was. I don't think. Yeah. COVID was a really weird time.
It did. It took and I do think as well that what you could take from this is that a lot of people went very far.
Yeah.
During COVID.
Yeah, they did.
And there's a chance that they could have swung back since.
Yes.
And realised that their mistake. And also it could be a very friendly thing to do, to give them the opportunity and to test the waters, to take the temperature of the whole thing.
But I think the other thing...
And if it's too much...
And the other thing I'm going to say to you is, if you feel you need the closure of it, because you might be sitting there thinking, did I just stop talking to her and then maybe I feel I need to finish that one way or other? I mean, you might have to be prepared for the response might not be what you're looking for.
Yeah,
but I'm going to say to you 100%, if you need the closure, absolutely have the closure one way or other.
Yeah.
And you might be surprised. She might have missed you enough to want to be a friend.
It could be just that you need to go in, take the temperature of things. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with doing that.
And you can start it with, look, I'm sorry I'm not happy with how we left it. So can we maybe have our friendship, but without talking about that? You have to not talk about the other stuff.
Yeah, she has to respect your side of things. And I think that is sometimes part and parcel with all of that stuff, is that they don't. Yeah,
but also you have to respect hers.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
And and the difficulty is, if you ideologically believe something, then it's really difficult to respect something that's so opposed to it.
Yeah.
That's
a good point.
That's a difficult thing. So realistically, you have to decide whether you want to salvage it. But I think either way, I think you should resolve it by saying, look, I'm sorry, I feel bad how things have been left. I know that we believe in different things. I still care about you and I wish you well. That might be enough.
Yeah, this could be an email.
Yeah, it could be. It doesn't have to be face to face.
Yeah.
Because you've already stopped talking to her for a while. So, the reality is she might not know why you stopped talking to her, because she may not understand it. She may not. It depends on how they left it. If they had a row, fair enough. But look, I hope it works well for you. Honestly, I really do. For what makes you feel better.
Yeah, exactly. And let us know.
Yeah.
I'm always curious as to how these shake up in the wash.
Mm-hmm.
We have another two problems, just because we had a busy mailbox this week. We have, this is going to be a short one here, because I don't think there's a whole lot we can do about it, but we'll have a dive. This is from somebody who doesn't want their name read.
And put her name all the way through it.
Hello, dear Gearóid and Niamh. I'm a 15-year-old girl, soon 16, who loves your podcast. I haven't listened to the Sex in the Toilets episodes or something else that is inappropriate for a child, though.
Well done, you.
I also love your voice, Niamh. Really beautiful, and you sound like an angel when you sing.
Oh, thank
Also
you.
love you and your humour, Gearóid. And by the way, your cat is cute. Anyway, I got a problem. My sexuality. I don't know what I am. I think I'm homosexual or at least bisexual. I hate it because my parents doesn't like LGBTQ or anything like that. I don't know why, but I think it is because they think it's weird and disgusting to be gay. My mom often asks about boys or if I'm in love with someone. I have to say that I'm not, of course. I don't know if I'm really attracted to boys, but maybe I just like them in a romantic way. I know that there is bigger problems in the world than this, but I feel very sad and I often cry because of this, mostly when everyone is asleep.
Dear.
But I'm also happy because I'm in the Scouts and I like to read, write, draw and listen to music. That makes me happy, but I also feel bad about my sexuality. Thank you for hearing my problem. It would be great if you could reply in your podcast as soon as possible. Send you all my love and maybe I send a new message soon. With friendly greetings. P.S. Please don't say my name in the podcast. And I say this especially to Gearóid. How dare you?
No, listen, they're correct and proper for saying
They are correct. They are correct.
Okay, I'm going to say off the bat, I am going to be a mammy here and tell you not to put too much stress on what your sexuality is now.
No.
Just don't think about it. You're 15, coming 16. I know there's a lot of pressure. Do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? Do whatever, right? Don't define that yet. Don't be thinking about it. If you enjoy being in the Scouts and having the crack and just enjoying the company of people, that's the way forward for you. I don't want you crying at night or worrying about whether you should be one thing or not. Nobody should be doing that. And actually, there's no big rush to discover this about yourself.
No. And also, it's such a spectrum. You
Yeah,
know? Like you could be 70% straight or, you know, like it's... Don't try to just grab onto a label because you need one. Don't listen too much about what your parents say because your parents are talking in abstract terms. They're talking what somebody thinks of gay people and what they think of their gay child can be
very different,
worlds apart. So don't worry about any of that. I would say what you need to do is you need to relax. You need to not
worry.
Think about this. You need to not be asking these questions of yourself because this will drive you mad. What you need to do is you need to maybe contact somebody, maybe talk to a school counsellor or something.
Yeah, there might be help. There might be groups that you can get involved in. Seriously, I would urge you to speak to someone about this, especially if you're crying at night.
Crying at night. If you were crying at night, it means you need to talk to somebody.
About something.
Yeah.
And it might
it's your
not
parents or whether it's a friend or whether it's a teacher or something. But what you need to do is you need to do something to make you feel better so that this doesn't happen. And that something is always, when this happens, always talk.
I love that you like to read and write and draw and listen to music. That's all really good stuff to be doing with your time. And you like the Scouts. So you've got really good outlets there. So really lean into that. And don't be afraid or ashamed about it or anything. Just go and do what makes you happy. Because being happy is really, really important. Who you're going to be with in life is not as important at this stage.
No, not at all. You are very young. And I would say that you're so young you shouldn't be listening to our podcast.
Well, certainly some of it anyway.
But I would say that what you should do, this letter that you've written us, you should give it to somebody that can directly help you, like a school counsellor.
Yeah.
Or you know, I mean, I know in Ireland there's like Belong To, which are a great helpline that kind of help support group services. But I don't think you're from Ireland by the way this letter is written. So I think whatever country you're in, there will be
some sort of support. And
also some of the groups that are LGBTQ support groups are not only for LGBTQ people. You can go in and you can get help and then you might realise that you're straight and that you're, you know, then you're not going to be turned away. You just need help with regards to your sexuality is potentially causing you upset. And they are the people that deal in this sort of thing. You go to people that know what they're talking about. This is not a problem for
us
podcasters.
We're not, and not podcasters in general, unless they're qualified. You know, the reality is, if you're crying at night, you need somebody to talk to. And I urge you not to be crying at night. Anything that makes you cry at night, you need to talk to someone. And I would say that for anybody.
Yeah.
For anybody at any age. It's not
like Samaritans.
Yeah. And I absolutely love that you've trusted us with this. Thank you so much for that. But actually, we're not qualified to really give you full advice. But I'm going to tell you, I don't think that you need to be worrying about whether you're gay, bisexual or straight. I think you probably just want to live your life and not worry about who you're going to enjoy and be with.
And any gay person will tell you, no matter how bad they felt about it at the start, the world is much more accepting than you think it is.
Yeah.
So don't be crying at night.
No, do not be crying at night. And go and speak to someone.
Yeah.
And get a hug from someone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then let us know how you get on.
And I bet you any money your parents just love you, so don't be worrying about that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, we have another problem.
Okay.
Dear Agony Rants, we have been living in our new home for about a year now. The house was a doer-upper and needs some serious work. So we've been in and out while some major work was being done. Anyway, we've only recently gotten to know the neighbours, and I've learned through the grapevine that there had been a murder in the house.
No.
And the house had been vacant for about 20 years before we bought it. I love it. The murder house.
Oh my God, you're living in the murder house.
I'm pretty upset by all of this and I can't relax in the house anymore. I would love to sell, but can't afford to after spending so much on the renovations. Oh, Jesus. My husband was also shocked to learn about the house's history, especially after we did some digging and learned the full gruesome details of what had gone on inside the walls.
Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus. But he has been able to deal with it or compartmentalize it. I'm not sure which.
Oh my gosh.
I literally don't know anyone else who has been in this situation, so it's not like anyone can relate. And I figure you haven't either, or you'd be on about it all the time, Gearóid. How? Excuse me. The way these people talk to me.
Yeah, but they're right. If you lived in a murder house, you'd be fucking talking about it all the time.
Listen, if I lived in a murder house, I'd have got a deal. I'd have been thrilled.
I know.
Absolutely. If I got a semi-D for the right price, I'd step over a body for the first 3 months.
Even if the crime scene hadn't been cleaned.
Listen, I'll clean a bit of brain off the walls. Do any of your listeners have advice on how I can accept this? I've saged the place, lit loads of candles and all that shite. But that really isn't doing anything for me because I'm not normally superstitious or religious.
Martin.
Oh, Martin.
Martin, I think I'm a little bit in love with you. This is hilarious. The murder house. You know what you need to do now? You need to throw a party in the murder house. And you need to set up murder mystery parties. Martin, I completely understand. It does give you the willies. But listen, it's a little bit like sleeping on a hotel bed. You don't want to think about who's been there before.
Excellent point, Niamh. Excellent.
Right. I'm just telling you that now. For somebody who stays in hotels all the time, if you actually consider what may or may not have gone in any house, and even though a house may not be murder house, right? The thing is, stuff has happened in those houses. It doesn't mean the house is haunted or thing. It is horrendous. As long as it's not one of these famous murders where it's going to end up with a blue plaque on the wall and people are going to come on tours behind. You have a chance now to reset.
Well, look, if you buy a second-hand house,
stuff has happened.
Shit's gone down.
Stuff has happened.
The likelihood is someone died in that.
Somebody dies all the time.
You know when you go to those houses and it's like you go in, it's like it's new to the market. And there's an old lady chair in the corner.
Yeah,
And there's a bit of a smell in the window open. You're like,
she could have.
This old lady was on the floor for 6 weeks. There's no, we know what happened.
They were talking yesterday about this man who had been in his house for 22 years.
Yeah,
dead,
of course.
And they hadn't seen him.
Of course.
Nobody noticed. This happens.
If you are buying a second-hand house, the likelihood is somebody died in it.
Now, the question is, did you get it super cheap? And did you think that was a great thing? And you thought you just got it from a good bargain? To be honest, I'm amazed that you didn't know that it was 20 years since somebody lived in it. That seems like a bit of a strange one that you wouldn't have known.
I do think, I don't know if they have to report this. If you do a search, I remember, right, there used to be a thing that you could go to the guards.
Oh, and ask, is there any trouble in
Should
the
I
area?
buy this house?
Maybe they didn't do that.
And the guards would be like...
Well,
I don't think they can do that now with GDPR. Now, what a lot of bollocks. GDPR, I'm sorry now.
Yeah, no.
You should be able to... I do think...
Yeah, there was an axe murderer living next door to you, but we can't
Yeah.
tell you.
Like the guards would go, oh yeah, look, we cannot tell you not to buy that house. And it's like, well, I'm getting it for 30 grand.
There's a reason.
Yeah.
Look, I totally understand your misgivings, Martin, right? Let's be honest. We totally understand it. However, you are now in this lovely house that you've done up. Unless this is, as the murder house in the sense that the serial murderer wants to just commit murders there, then the chances are you're just going to give it a new history. How gorgeous of you to be able to do that.
Exactly.
You got to flip it in your head a little bit.
The other thing is, right, you need to focus on how you felt about your house before
you found that out.
you found that out. Because realistically,
what are you going to do?
but if you could, what are you going to do? You're going to sell it, and then you're going to move into another house, and what happened there?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know. Like, when you buy a second-hand house, anything could have happened anywhere.
Yeah, I know, you're right.
Like, if you buy a second-hand car, it could have been.
Is it a famous murder? Like, is there crime scene photographs? Could you maybe give a tour? Do a little feature of an area? I don't know. I mean, the thing about it is, I understand you're freaking out, but actually, it's an interesting conversation about it.
I think you need to.
It's not likely you're going to be murdered in it, is that, if that's what you're worried about.
No.
And I would be delighted if I got it for cheap.
If you got a deal on a house, you got a deal on a house.
I mean,
you need to just. But I don't know. Maybe if you. I don't want to go in, get too gory, but if there was a room that it happened in, that the person was murdered, maybe you need to maybe renovate that, really
deep renovate.
Yeah, really change that room so you turn it into a room you really, really love. You're bringing a fresh approach to this house, and every time you buy, how long we're living in it for about a year now.
Yeah.
And it was a doer-upper, and you've got major work done. So realistically, it's not the same house.
It's not the house.
The chances are there isn't even a floorboard left in it that
has blood
had brain on it.
Sorry, Mark. We're trying to be open, and it's not like we wouldn't be freaked out. I don't know that I would attribute that. I would give it a new history. You are the bringer of new energy into that house, Martin. Be positive. Come on.
Yes.
And don't be burning the feckin' sage. That's a load of rubbish.
Yeah, look, you've saged it. You've done all you can. I mean, what you need to do is
get a priest to bless it.
To love that house.
Bring love into that house.
Yeah, you need to go into the room and go. I need. Do you know what? I'll tell you what happened when I bought my apartment. Right? I hated my bathroom.
Okay.
I absolutely hate it. I just thought, I hate this room. To be honest with you, it took me a long time to like my apartment when I bought it. I was just like, meh.
Why did you buy it? Because you felt you should?
Just felt I should.
Okay.
I didn't love it. I mean, I'm very happy I bought it now because it's in a nice area and I got a good deal on it at the time. I didn't realise it at the time, but I did.
Mm-hmm. And how good a deal?
I never liked
was somebody
it.
murdered?
No, but I remember my mom saying to me, she was saying, "Oh, it's great." I was like, I couldn't. No interest in it really.
Wow.
And my mom was like, you need to then make.
You need to invest yourself in it.
Yeah, you need to put thought into what you want around, and I did. At the time, I was just like. Yeah. Whatever I had, I used. Didn't. I'd lived in house shares, and I just had bits of furniture and stuff.
Yeah.
So then you have to just go, okay, room by room. I'm going to do this now. I'm going to think about the colours I want to paint it. I'm going to.
You're going to claim it.
And you're doing that. You are reclaiming it. But I think if there's anything left that you need to do, focus on the place that freaks you out the most.
Yeah, get it done.
Find the place in your house that you hate the most, and make that bit a bit that you love, and then everything should stem from that.
Yeah, I mean, unless the murderer is still living in the area, that might be a bit freaky.
When you say
is one of your neighbours the murderer?
What had gone on inside the walls? I think inside the four walls. Okay,
yeah. Okay.
No, I think you have refreshed the house.
Yeah,
and also lightning doesn't strike twice.
No,
do you know what I mean?
Not often. No, Martin, honestly, I'm not making little of it because I completely understand. It is.
I know. I would be freaked out too.
I can imagine the level of freak you'd be on. You would, but But you'd be so delighted about the deal, I think you'd be okay.
Yeah, I know. But listen, if I get a good deal, Niamh, a bargain's a bargain.
I know, the terranium.
Bargain's a
I
bargain.
refer you to the terranium. I mean, the glee in your face when you got that terranium for less. I mean, that person is fired.
Now, I came home and the cork didn't fit the top of it.
Ah,
And
lads.
I just say I nearly hopped it off the wall.
Did you ring Dermot? Do you know Dermot
No,
Gavin?
I couldn't, because when you rob something,
You didn't rob it, you
no
paid for
comeback.
it.
No, I paid for it, but I think I paid substantially less than it should have been.
Do you think they're going to go look back to the thing? What? Why is that? Where's that big one? And they see you going out with the big one, going through the self-service. I mean, I'll be honest, that's highly suspicious in itself.
Look, I paid the ticket price. I just think the ticket price was wrong.
I know how we're going to fix Martin's problem.
What?
Martin, you should book me to come and do a gig there, right? I mean, it'll cost you, but I think it'll be really good, because then that'll bring a new karma to it.
A new karma, new energy to the space.
You'll be able to say, it won't be the murder house anymore. It'll be the National Treasure came and sang here.
Niamh, if that's something you want to do.
No.
I
But Martin,
more power to you all in this situation.
I mean, there'll be money involved, because obviously there was a murder.
I feel like...
I know, I totally get where he's coming from. Like, come on, you do,
but
I
also-
wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't be carrying it.
I wouldn't be carrying it.
No, I wouldn't be carrying it. Definitely not.
If you feel you need to get a power cleaning, like get your drive power washed. You've done all you can.
I know.
Yeah. Find out, like, if you know about the murder, find out where it happened, and make sure that is the...
Make sure
Put
that
work
you're not
enough
putting...
in that is...
Make sure that you're not putting your bed there.
Yeah, but also make sure that's the room that you love the most.
Put the love in it. Yeah, honestly. And be grateful that you're putting life back into that house. I think that's a brilliant thing you're doing.
That's a bit much now.
I'm trying to be positive here.
That was a bit much.
I mean, I was setting up
there
tours and
there was
everything.
Somebody bludgeoned to death in the place.
We don't know what
Like,
happened.
it's going to take more than a set of curtains.
Do you not want to know? Do you not want to know?
I do want to know. Send us a link to the murder.
I know.
Send
that
us
would be freaky.
No, come on. Send us a link to the news reports.
Murder link sent to an email.
I wonder what the murder was.
Was it a famous one? Do you think?
Oh, they're all famous, Niamh.
No, they're not. Loads of people are murdered now.
No, but I mean, if they were solved, they're famous. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, there's loads of murders that people don't know,
I know.
It's a really unnerving grin on your face, Niamh. Listen, we hope we've helped everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening.
Amazing.
If you would like to support the show, please sign up to Head Stuff Plus. We would love it if you did.
Yep.
We've got totes. It's not important. agony@gmail.com if you want to get in touch. We'd love to hear from you. And we will be back on the free feed next Monday. And either last week or next week, there will be a vintage rants for you to get your ears around.
I know.
In the meantime, stay safe and we'll chat to you soon.
Bye.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Head Stuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.